We break up, we get back together, and then we break up again. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of Thumbnails, putting hip hop and geek together. That's how we do. Before I get started, I wanted to let everybody know who's checking out the show right now. I will be at Long Beach Comic Expo this weekend. Holla at a player. We can hang out, chill, talk Star Wars, Black Panther, all that good stuff, and have a good time. But with that said, we got some names to get to. You and I, we got to talk because we got a king that is doing his thing deep down under in Black Panther. And when we start out here, we got, Cap. He's, Cap is still hurt. He just got out of the pocket dimension, and there's so many things going on, but they have to go, of course, to meet up. Well, not really meet up, to kind of stop the whole thing between the Avengers and the Atlanteans, because they're, kind of like joining their forces, because they're going to be looking towards coming at your boy T'Challa. T'Challa's like, yo, I got new information now. I know what's going down. I know what's going on. I need to go tell them, stop them, let them know what's up. And that's when we get back into our family affair, which is, Black Panther, Hunter, Shuri. And having to take Shuri along, or having to take Hunter along, is something that I didn't think about. And I like this show because they give you a chance to forget about some people and be like, oh snap, I forgot he's still here. And, for better or for worse, T'Challa had to apologize. I even said to myself, I was watching the show, I was like, you need to apologize, bruh, because you was wrong. Hunter was right. Hunter went about it wrong, mad wrong, but he was right because Zemo kind of messed up stuff in a major way. But I want to give a big shout out to the writing here, because in dealing with Hunter and dealing with T'Challa, Shuri, and even later on with Killmonger, you get this relation with their discussions, with their back and forth, that seem like people that have been like family, like they've been together, been around each other for a very long time. And that's something that I dig about this, man. It seems relatable. It seems real. It seems like the type of arguments that you would have back and forth, with your brother or with your sister. It's like, tell him that I said, I'm sorry. Tell him that I said, I accept his apology. Like that type of stuff. It's, even though they're adults, you see that young, childish rivalry kind of rearing its head when they both get fed up with each other. I mean, stuff like that happens, when you're young, and, it kind of grows and stays around. It's never really gone. Even though you're adults, you try to overlook it, but it's never really gone. So it was nice to see that kind of come back up. But even though it came back up, it was nice to see them bond and really come together over this crisis that we're going to get to right about now, which is the whole deal with Atuma, Alana, Orca, Atlantis in general, the Shadow Council coming in. You got the Avengers like, yo, we're bringing, as a peace offering, we're bringing our Shadow Council people to you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give them to you, put them under your guard and whatever, put them in your jails. And of course, Black Panther and Hunter, they got to, White Wolf, they got to work together. And the whole idea of trusting each other and leaning on each other for I guess the betterment of Wakanda maybe, but leaning on each other in a way that I think they probably should have been even before the show started, but of course falling out over and over because they are very different people, but they have that common ground of a love for each other, a love for Wakanda, and it shines through here. Even when they're going through the water vent and you see Shuri like, you're gonna burn up my sub. Hunter's like, I'm not gonna burn up the sub. And then he turns into T'Challa like, I'm gonna burn up the sub. So with all that laughing out the way, I do want to touch on one thing before the jump. Hawkeye, you whack, all right? Straight up, Hawkeye is whack, all right? Dude has done nothing but cry about T'Challa and secrets and this and that. Dude runs a country. He is not Ant-Man, all right? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He runs a whole country. He is not your friend. He is not your crony. He is a team member. Like I said, he is a team member, and he has much more important things to worry about than your little baby crying feelings. So why don't you just sit down and hang out and go along for the ride? See, exactly. You heard the baby demographic. Now I'm just saying, sit down, watch your tone, because this dude is royalty. So with that said, of course, we're gonna keep the action. You know your boy love the action. See, we love the action. Your boy love the action. We're gonna save that for just a moment. And then first, Cure Brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now, let's go on and get into the action. You know what I'm saying? We laid the groundwork. 2 episodes full of intrigue and, family and all kinds of twists and turns. But let's get into that Shadow Council. You know what I mean? All this time, I even put on my IG. I was like, yo, I can't wait to see Black Widow's face. All cracked up when Captain America come back. Well, actually, it was Hawkeye's face that was cracked up, not hers, because she is Princess Xanda. Big shout out to Keith Collins. Big shout out to Blurtish. Those two, you know what I'm saying, put them all together. Yo, check it. They was like, look, we think it's a shapeshifter. We think it's Xanda. So big shouts to y'all for holding it down and hitting your boy up. Y'all were seeing this. Y'all was in the future. Y'all foresaw this coming. So I got love for y'all. Xanda comes in, you know what I'm saying? She, of course, holds your boy Hawkeye down. He get hurt, all hurt up, and then want to blame it on Black Panther. Man, Hawkeye is the babyest up in this joint. Anyway, forget him. Xanda and Black Panther, back and forth, back at it again. You got the coup coming. You got Killmonger in the house. You got Alana working side by side with Black Panther and Hunter. Everything is straight fire, and it spills out. You got Orca come in, and he's like trying to figure out what's going on, what's the deal, what's happening, and Alana basically making her case for T'Challa. And what I think is so interesting about this particular moment is it continues to show how Alana is the more level-headed, more bridge-building one in the crew. You know, you got Atuma, who he's like, yo, he is staunch supporter, like, yo, let's go fight. And then you got, you got Orca, who is kind of like just following orders, staying loyal. But you got Alana, who is more of the like, let's be wise. Sometimes you got to use some wisdom, and sometimes, but of course at the end, we'll get to the Queen when all of that changes. But seeing them start to turn and slowly realize that T'Challa was not crazy. T'Challa was not mean. He was not evil, but he was doing this to actually stop the Shadow Council, who was attacking Atlantis and Wakanda to get them to fight each other. And the reason I think that is because Shadow Council probably sees the only obstacle to their complete domination is Atlantis or Wakanda or the joining of their forces. Besides them, I don't think anyone could really stop Shadow Council. And I think that's why they want those two to fight so bad. The bomb goes off, and what's so interesting about this moment is the back and forth between Atuma and T'Challa and figuring out where they stand. And, after him trying to save a child and, Tony Stark doing his thing and then White Wolf doing his, we finally found some common ground. And we finally realized like, yo, look, this whole thing between Wakanda and Atlantis, it can be squashed. We can finish this. We can stop this. And right before, of course, we stop this, Killmonger comes through and blasts your boy Atuma in the back. Now, with that said, Killmonger says that he still has a plan. Now he doesn't have the crown. He doesn't have any access to Wakanda, but he says he still has a plan. So keep your eyes out for that. But with that being done, that makes him an extremely valuable target and a war criminal. And this is where you see Alana change, and you can understand why she changes. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail later on, But you see why she's like, I want Killmonger. He's here now. We can take custody of him now. I want him right this second because he killed my father. He committed an act of terror against Atlantis, which means he's got to go down. And she is not ready to have that. But of course, Killmonger has the ace in his sleeve, talking about he knows where Black Widow is. Honestly, I think this could have worked out for everybody. He could have gave Killmonger to Alana, let her know that he knows where Black Widow is. They could have just tortured the dude until they got the truth out of him. It would have been all right. It would have been cool. And then everybody could have been happy. You know what I'm saying? But like, look, we want to get the Black Widow info. They could have used some mind probing or something, whatever, and then got the information and then let her execute him. And everybody would have been happy. It would have been fine. Everybody would have been cool. But T'Challa, he took Killmonger with him. And until they return him, that beef is back up on display. Wakanda, Atlantis are not cool with each other. And I think this is a time where Alana probably could have found a better way, but I understand why she chose the way she chose. Also with bringing, bring your boy Shark Tooth back. Yeah, I said Shark Tooth. You know who I'm talking about. He whack. But anyway, bringing him back. We don't know where this is going to leave Atlantis. Hopefully, there'll be some type of reconciliation later. But holla at me. I'm going to holla at you. Down in the comments, let's talk about Black Panther. Where do you think this leaves Alana? Where does this leave Black Panther? We know him and Hunter are down, you know what I'm saying? They cool. Where does this leave the Avengers? Sans Hawkeye. And how do you think Captain America is going to come back into play with all this? So, before I bounce, I'm going to tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos for the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, the best way to diffuse a situation is to not have a bomb. Yeah. Peace.